But today I want to talk about choosing an acting class and a little background about myself. If you don't know me, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I went to college for theater. So in college, obviously I was taking acting classes for 4 years straight. Then after that, I took a couple of workshops here and there. I am looking to once again join some kind of class, get back into improv, because in high school, that's how I got exposed to acting. We did a bunch of improv games, and when I got to college, I got taught all of these things, and then now I'm scared of improv, but I know it is so much fun. So I definitely want to take some improv classes, definitely voiceover classes, general acting classes, and I would love to find a good acting coach, like a personal coach that could do one-on-one consultations with me. So today I want to talk about what you should look for in an acting class, because of course if you're pursuing acting or thinking about acting, you need training. Sure, some people have natural talent, and I have said this 100 times on my channel. You can have natural talent. That is not what's going to get you to have a successful career in acting. And you guys, I am an actress. I'm just a actress that's trying to get more and more work. I am not an acting coach. I can't get you auditions, but I can show you my experiences, and if you can learn from them, then that's amazing. If you have specific questions, please leave them in the comments, because other people are likely to have the same questions, and I'm going to do my best to answer all of these questions. And if I don't know the answer, then I'm going to do my research and do my best to help you, but also do your own research on top of whatever it is that I'm talking about on YouTube, because I'm sure that 10 years from now, I'm going to watch some of these videos and be like, that was kind of, good advice, but so I want you to do your research. Don't just believe the first person that tells you something. So let's get into how to choose an acting class and the things that I think about when I am looking for acting classes, because right now I am. And this is the first of many videos that I'm going to be making about acting classes, because I have reached out to a theater community that I belong to on Facebook, a few different theater communities, but specifically I've talked about this YouTube Facebook group before, but Women Plus in Theater. I posted like who has some good acting classes, and I also posted in a Latino theater group and a film group. So I just wanted to gather a lot of good local resources and resources that I can also meet those people through Facebook, or meet people that have taken their classes, because there were definitely a lot of people who said this person is amazing for this, or I have taken their classes for the longest time and I really like them, and every class is going to be different. I did compile a very long list of different kinds of acting classes, so I'm going to be publishing a bunch of videos of different acting classes that are out there. Of course, as of filming this, I haven't taken any of those, but I am so interested in a lot of those. So in the coming videos, I am going to have specific videos on voiceover instructors that you can take classes online. All of these right now are going to be online because of COVID. It's just, more flexible. Also, if you aren't able to be in LA or be in Chicago or whatever, you can take these classes remotely. So there's just going to be different videos dedicated to different kinds of acting classes. After I do end up taking any of these classes and I have a really good experience, I'll share it with you guys. So let's get started and talk about what you should be looking for in an acting class before choosing one, and what I usually think about. First, what do you want to get out of this class? Are you looking to act in commercials? Are you looking to act in plays, in films, on TV? What do you want to, what kind of acting do you want to learn from these classes? And then of course, thinking about money. How much money can you realistically spend on this? And I want you guys to be really realistic about this, because maybe I'll share this in the future, but because I went to college for acting and because I have pursued acting for so long, I've never made more than maybe $40,000 in 1 year, maybe that. And for living in a place like the Bay Area and LA, that's not a lot of money at all. So I just want to warn you guys, like, only spend the money that you can actually spend on a class. If you have to save for 3 years and then finally have enough money saved up so you can take acting classes for a full year, do that. But I really don't want you guys to do what I have done for so many years, which is just swipe my card whenever I need a new, subscription to a casting website, because you should not be going into debt for this. Sure, you can invest in your future and in your career, but it's going to most likely be a while before you can make a decent amount of money. And your acting class is going to end up being 3 or 4 times more expensive than the actual price because you swiped a credit card and now you're accruing all of that interest. Don't be in a hurry to, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get old. It's acting. You can act forever. Maybe you can't be a superstar and super famous and get an Oscar forever. I don't know. But if you love acting, it should be for loving acting. It shouldn't be for, oh, I need to hurry up before I'm 25. I need to be the most amazing actor. Like, for me, that's not my goal, to be famous. So yeah, this is just my perspective. Don't get in debt for an acting class. And if you can't spend any money, then you can look for alternatives, and I'll talk about those in a second. And especially if you're a beginner or somebody who wants to really build a good foundation, think about how you can add these classes to your resume, because there are definitely some classes that you can add to your resume, and your resume can look more professional, and you can show the casting directors that, look, I am serious about my acting and I have taken some really good acting classes, and here it is on my resume. And then time. When are you going to be able to take these classes? Because a lot of the classes that I'm going to be telling you about, they're going to be like weekly Zoom classes or some kind of live broadcast of a class. So think about when you have time to take these acting classes. So if you maybe have a full-time job, think about which pockets in your life you are realistically able to dedicate to these acting classes, because also a lot of acting classes you can take monthly, like you can do 1 month and then, you know, unsubscribe from that acting class, but there's some of them that will take 1 year, 2 years. So think about also how much time do you want it, long-term, short-term. Again, what are your goals within this acting class? So that's pretty much all of the questions that I would ask myself before starting my research for an acting class is what I want from it, how much money I can realistically spend, and how much time I can realistically spend. And of course, this is going to be different for everybody, and I could probably talk about this for a whole hour. So I'm going to try and just hit the most important points. But after you have asked yourself those questions, see if you can audit the class. So auditing the class just means that you are sitting in one of the classes, and a lot of studios do this. And there's some acting classes online that also allow you to come in and view one class for free. Not everybody will offer this, but it's pretty normal that a lot of acting classes do let you come and see one class for free, because then you can see, like, do you like the instructor? Do you like their style? Is this something that you think you can do for a long period of time? It's really important, I think, to audit a class. And an alternate to auditing, if you can't audit, is just doing research online and seeing if anybody else has taken that class. So like I mentioned before, I am part of some groups on Facebook that are acting related, and so just doing a quick post on there, hey, I'm thinking about taking this acting class, has anybody ever taken it before, or, you know, does anybody recommend this, what have you heard about it? And if you have a class that you've taken and really enjoyed, please leave us a link in the comments or tell us about how we can find out more about it, and we can also check it out. And as far as the class prices, I haven't taken a crazy amount of acting classes. The most expensive acting classes I took were in college, because college cost me around $20,000 on my college education. So those were the most expensive college classes or acting classes I've ever taken. But I would say, I mean, it's just really different because each instructor is worth more as far as how much, you know, they can offer you, the value that they can offer you in their classes. But again, it goes down to how much can you spend realistically without putting yourself in debt and then regretting it later. But a lot of acting classes in 2020, you can pay a monthly fee and take an unlimited amount of classes for that specific theater or company or instructor. And they are around $100 to $500 per month. And now, because it's all via Zoom, they don't really have to pay for, you know, a building. I'm sure they're hoping to keep their building and, you know, all of the costs that come with that. But a lot of places are offering cheaper classes because they're able to offer it to more people. Some of them can be 1 hour, some of them can be 4 hours. See if you want a short-term class, something that you can try out for the month and then just quit, or something more long-term. Like I've mentioned before, when I audited the Sanford Meisner studio in LA, they did recommend that you stay with them for 2 years, which I totally get, because it's a very specific method of acting that you are learning, and, you know, they really take you through the whole process, and that's really cool. So if you want to sign up for something like that, you really have to think about it can I afford to keep paying this amount once a month for 2 years, you know, because it's almost like a car payment. Will I be able to consistently, you know, be taking these classes? Once you are in acting classes, or if you are already in acting classes right now, definitely take lots and lots of notes. I still have notes from college because there were exercises in college that I still use today when I'm feeling a little crusty or just want to practice at home, or you can reach back to those notes or those exercises and learn something new from them. Don't take, you know, notes the whole time to the point where you're not listening to what the instructor is saying. Just journal what you're learning, because at the end you might feel like, oh, I really didn't learn that much acting, I don't feel that different. And then if you look back, you can say, hey, I actually did, I actually enjoyed it. So I would recommend keeping a journal during your acting class, and of course your notes. So if you don't have any money to spend on acting classes, I would suggest books. There's a lot of books that talk about different acting techniques, different acting exercises, and libraries, although they are closed right now. I think they're closed. I don't know. I haven't even tried to go to a library lately, but if your library is open, they usually have books about acting. There's online books, a lot of different YouTubers or just acting instructors that are more, you know, that have like a program that they sell online, usually have some kind of free ebook. Of course, watching YouTube videos, there's a lot of YouTubers that do acting related videos, learning, you know, through here, doing research, reading blogs, just doing research online. You can also add acting books to your Amazon wish list. And then for Christmas or your birthday, stuff like that, if somebody's like, oh, I don't really know what to get you, what do you like? You can share your wish list with them and tell them, look, I really am interested in acting, or I love acting, and it would be really cool if you got me this book. Like, you know, you don't have to, but you can get the book if you want. I would really enjoy it. And books are usually like $5 to $25, so it's a, you know, a reasonable gift to ask for if somebody's like, I don't know what to get you. There's a lot of free information around acting. I do truly believe that in-person live acting classes are the absolute best, but I know that especially right now they can be a little bit hard to get to. And meanwhile, you know, we just gotta do what we gotta do and do some acting classes and keep acting, because I think acting is fun, obviously. Thank you so much for watching. At the end of every video, I feature another channel. This is today's feature. If you would like to be featured on my next video, make sure you're subscribed, like this video, and leave me a comment.